Welcome to today's Rapid Resilience briefing. My name is Sean McDevitt. I'm the Director of Product Marketing here at Everbridge, and I'm joined by Adam DeLuca, our Director of Risk Intelligence. Welcome, Adam.
Hey Sean, how you doing today?
Great. So, Adam, I know that there's been a lot of news lately over the last couple days about possibly a pending government shutdown, and it's looking like that's more and more likely. Can you give us a little bit of a synopsis on kind of what we've seen develop over the last couple days?
Yeah, so President Trump recently rejected a bipartisan plan to prevent this government shutdown. He went back to the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, and essentially told the Republicans to renegotiate just a few hours or a few days before the deadline for federal funding runs out. One of the things he wants to be included in the renegotiation is possible eliminating the debt ceiling. This bill was going to give over $100 billion in disaster relief, economic assistance for farmers, funding to rebuild infrastructure, and a small pay raise for lawmakers. So, like I mentioned, the deadline for this is Friday, December 20th. Both sides are kind of working diligently around some of the guidance that President-elect Trump gave to ensure it doesn't happen.
So let's go ahead and operate under the presumption that there is a government shutdown. Are there specific areas that organizations should be thinking about where they would see the most impact? Is it travel? Is it supply chain? Where are those areas that we would kind of expect that disruption to arise?
Okay, so the big thing when a government shutdown occurs is most federal employees do not come to work, and the ones that do come to work are not paid.
Hmm.
It's important to know that essential services like law enforcement, air traffic control, air travel, and the military will continue to work, however, without pay, until they take action to end the shutdown. So this is going to affect travel services. It's going to affect TSA. It's going to affect travel and infrastructure around airports. They're going to be operating with more of a skeleton crew, especially in this time of enhanced travel around the holidays. These shutdowns can also be disruptive in maybe some areas that you might not think about, like delays in processing application for passports, small business loans, government benefits. Anything that has to do with national parks, some food safety inspections. These are small inconveniences, but they could get larger over time the longer this goes on, and especially in areas and cities where the government has a large presence. This could be a hassle in the short term with small economic impacts, but the longer these things go on, the larger and more widespread the impacts on the economy it's going to have.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. So I know that there's probably not a whole lot that organizations can do to insulate themselves from perhaps some of the downstream impacts of a government shutdown, but are there some specific key areas that you recommend that they start to think about when it comes to operational resilience or business continuity?
Yeah, specifically around your assets travel plans. I would make contingency plans, going forward here, as Christmas is next week.
Yeah.
There looks to be impacts around, with TSA and any travel plans you might have. So plan for delays, longer lines, building more time when you're
Mhm.
looking to travel. If you
Yeah.
happen to be operating in and around a national park, looking to take vacation around this time, go to a
Yeah.
museum, those services are going to be disrupted as well on kind of a personal note. So you're going to want to make alternative plans there. The big thing is I know a lot of businesses rely on the government. They rely on the
Yeah.
government to cut checks. They rely on the government to is a business partner. If you're relying on the government for something like that, one of those services or financially, you're going to want to check that organization's contingency plans.
Yeah.
Each federal government organization has a contingency plan for when the shutdown occurs. Check that organization's plan, see what, make sure the people get paid, make sure what their plan is, because each one is different. It's important to review that. On a singular level, this could affect people, so hopefully people are taking this seriously and planning ahead when it comes to budget and checking with their creditors to ensure that everything's good.
Yeah, no, I think that's really important for organizations to kind of realize, and that even if you don't have a direct connection to the government, maybe one of your suppliers does, maybe one of your vendors does. So there are going to be perhaps downstream impacts, particularly as you mentioned, if this government shutdown goes on for quite some time. So organizations need to be considering that when it comes to a continuity plan. So Adam, I want to thank you for taking the time to kind of share your expertise with us today. Everyone, obviously, please reach out to your account manager, your account executive if you have additional questions, but we'll be back with more rapid resilience in the future. Thanks again, Adam.
Action. Appreciate it.